Hey and welcome to the Daily Man United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. PSV Eindhoven interested in signing Man United forward Anthony Elanga. PSV Eindhoven have their sights on signing Manchester United forward Anthony Elanga, according to Dutch publication Eindhoven's Dagblad. The Dutch outfit have weakened their attack significantly this month with the departures of Cody Gakpo and Noni Madueke to Liverpool and Chelsea respectively. Manager Ruud van Nistelrooy has urged the board to bring in reinforcement, and it's reported that Elanga is one of the top names on the club's transfer radar. United are said to be determined to keep Elanga for the season at least, but PSV are planning to test their resolve before the transfer deadline next week. United have signed just one outfield player in Wout Weghorst on loan this month, and they are currently said to be eyeing another forward on a temporary deal. As things stand, the club are not close to signing anyone. It does not make sense to lose Elanga, who is a good option to call up from the bench for manager Erik Tanhaag. The £22 million rated star has not been a regular under the Dutchman, unlike with interim boss Ralf Rangnick last year, but he still has plenty of potential in him. With a hectic schedule for United in the coming months, the Swede is likely to stay put at Old Trafford unless the club pursues a late signing by 11 p.m. GMT on Tuesday. United also look set to keep Facundo Palestri despite a wide range of loan proposals. However, there is a possibility that Brandon Williams could make way on loan before the transfer window closes. He is currently the third choice for both fullback positions. Erik Tanhaag outlines real reasons for Marcus Rashford's resurgence. Manchester United manager Erik Tanhaag has refused to take credit for bringing the best out of Marcus Rashford. Rashford has been United's talisman this season, notching 18 goals and recording 4 assists across competitions. Tanhaag was quizzed about Rashford's resurgence in the pre-match press conference prior to the FA Cup clash with Reading. He modestly downplayed his contributions to the recent success of the English forward. He said via manunited.com, "I am not Harry Potter. Confidence is important, and every player has to make and get his confidence. He fights for this, and he invests in this. With me and my coaching staff, we bring structures, and especially with the way of play, that gives him some routines with what he needed to get into the right position. But finally, it was up to him. If the player has confidence and he is confident in the way we are working, the environment and the culture are also important, then the player can perform at his best. Marcus is obviously performing at his best at this moment, and he is in really good shape from day to day, game to game, training to train. More and more routines are coming in. Rashford is playing with high confidence, and this is due to the backing he has received from the support staff. No player across Europe's Big Five leagues has scored more goals than the 25-year-old since the conclusion of the 2022 World Cup. The England international is making intelligent runs and using his breakneck pace to leave the defenders behind. He was a shadow of a player last season as compared to what he is right now. He has already found the net 13 more times than he did during the whole of the 21-22 campaign. Erik Tanhaag gives advice to Garnacho and Pellistri on Manchester United opportunities. Manchester United manager Erik Tanhaag has instructed Alejandro Garnacho and Facundo Pellistri on how to seize first-team opportunities. United are set to host Reading tonight as they continue their quest to win the FA Cup. Tanhaag might opt to rotate his side, handing starts to young attacking duo Garnacho and Palestri. The gaffer told manunited.com that he hands opportunity to only those players who are deserving of it. He said, "I never let players get opportunities. A player has to deserve opportunities, and they are doing that by their performances on the training pitch, by their performances when they are on the pitch on the match day. That's what I expect, and they did quite well. We have seen Garnacho already over a long period, and Palestri is now coming in. Now, Palestri also gets the experience to be in men's football. He did some really good stuff, and we are happy with that, but also I hope he knows that he has to step up to be often chosen, to be often on the pitch, and so by deserving that position. Manchester United have been missing a manager for a decade who can take authority in the dressing room. Previously, players have been picked even if they were not playing well enough. This poor culture has changed under Tanhaag. The Dutchman is a demanding manager and does not allow his players to rest on their laurels. He didn't let Garnacho feature in the initial few weeks because he wanted a better attitude from the youngster. As soon as the 18-year-old showed improvement, Tanhaag didn't shy away from throwing him on the pitch. The Argentine has repaid his manager's faith by having 6 direct goal involvements in 628 minutes of action. Facundo Palestri got the opportunity to make his United debut against Charlton Athletic a couple of weeks back. He impressed everyone with his quick feet and direct style of playing. Erik Tanhaag breaks silence on Phil Jones' situation. Manchester United manager Erik Tanhaag has broken his silence on Phil Jones' situation at the club. The defender has not trained since the first week of pre-season and has not figured in any of Tanhaag's squads, nor did he fly out on tour. He is not even mentioned in the club's injury reports, nor is he registered in the Premier League or Europa League squads. Jones does, however, continue to pick a weekly wage with his contract he signed in 2019, running until June 2023. United have an option to extend it by a further year, which seems unlikely. Erik Tanhaag was asked whether Manchester United will release former title winner Phil Jones at the end of the season, which seems like an obvious course of action. He responded via the club website, "There has not been a decision taken about that for the summer. The whole season he has been injured." United would ideally loan or sell Jones, of course, but this has not been possible in the past, and this window there has not even been a rumor. The former England defender is a forgotten man, a shame, considering his career started so promisingly when Sir Alex Ferguson signed him in 2011 from Blackburn Rovers. Asked whether Jones will play again this season, Tanhaag responded, "I can't say. What I can say is he is not available for training and hasn't been since the first day of training this season. Then, the opportunity that you to recover quickly also goes." Tanhaag responded to the questions in a matter-of-fact manner and also quite diplomatically. There is very little chance the defender plays for the club again. His last appearance was at the end of last season when Ralf Rangnick started him against Liverpool and substituted him at half-time. Erik Tanhaag explains his stance on new signings before transfer deadline. Manchester United manager Erik Tanhaag is relentless in his pursuit of success, and he has been a breath of fresh air for the club. The manager has explained his reluctance to take no for an answer on new signings, even with options very limited in the final days of the January transfer window. United made 2 signings in January, both on loan: backup goalkeeper Jack Butland and striker Wout Weghorst. He is not ready to give up and draw a line under the club's transfer business for the month. He wants another player in, if he can. Erik Tanhaag admitted the Manchester United board may not agree with his stance. Nonetheless, he is making his own feelings clear. He explained via the club website, "If I had the opportunity in the coming days, then I would go for it, but this is not only up to me. I think at this club every day that has to be the approach. You have to get better, and if there are opportunities to get better, you have to strike. That is my approach, and I am looking around with research, and I have an idea with the profiles and what profiles we need to strengthen this squad." Tanhaag's approach feels like the right one. He is constantly looking, utilizing his contacts and scouting department, assessing his options. An extra striker could be on the agenda. However, midfield is another area which requires strengthening after Donny van de Beek's season-ending injury. United are still competing in 4 competitions, and there is a packed fixture schedule. An extra face, even on loan, would help. The reason why United are restricted to loan deals is due to the club being up for sale. Tanhaag has already made clear he is keen for a takeover to go through to give United the spending power to compete. Denzel Dumfries Agent pushing Man United to finalize summer transfer. The representative of Denzel Dumfries is in constant contact with Manchester United over a summer move for the Inter Milan star, Calcio Mercato report. Dumfries has been heavily linked with the Red Devils since the beginning of the season, and it has been claimed that manager Erik Tanhaag is a big admirer of him. It's now reported that the player's agent, Raffaella Pimenta, is on a mission to find a club that would be willing to meet Inter's asking price of 50 million euros plus add-ons. United are one of the clubs that Pimenta is in regular contact with. Chelsea and Bayern München are also mentioned as possible candidates to land Dumfries in the summer. Dumfries has been constantly linked with a move to Old Trafford. In our opinion, he could be an ideal signing with his expressive and attacking playing style. The Netherlands star would have no trouble adapting to the physical demands of the Premier League and would suit the manager with his eagerness to get forward. The Dutchman has been playing at right wing back for club and country for the best part of 19 months, but prior to that, he was a traditional right-sided defender. Hence, the positional change should not hamper him. Defensively, he has also been efficient despite playing higher up the field. He has won 3.4 duels per game. If United were to bring in Dumfries in the summer, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is probably the player that will make way despite his mini resurgence since the World Cup. The 25-year-old has found renewed form and confidence amid Diogo Dalot's injury woes, but Dumfries would be a clear upgrade on him in the offensive department. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer demanding Manchester United duo Harry Maguire and Scott McTominay signings from Everton. Former Manchester United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is demanding Everton sign Harry Maguire and Scott McTominay in order to take over, according to transfer guru Fabrizio Romano. The Norwegian head coach departed the Red Devils in November 2021. He was sacked after a string of poor performances at the Old Trafford side. However, the Toffees are looking to bring Ole at the wheel for their rebuild after parting ways with Frank Lampard. The former Chelsea manager struggled in Merseyside, leaving the Goodison Park side in 19th place in the Premier League this season. Everton are impressed with the Norwegian's initial spell at United. He was decent in the Old Trafford side's dugout and helped steady the ship after Jose Mourinho left. However, in order to come back to management in the Premier League, Ole wants the Toffees to strengthen their ranks. He is eyeing a reunion with Maguire and McTominay. During the former Molde manager's spell with the Red Devils, the centre-back and midfielder formed a key part of his team. The two were the 5th and 7th most used players by the Norwegian in the English top flight during his time in Manchester. Maguire and McTominay have seen their influence at United dwindle under Erik Tanhaag. Our captain has fallen behind Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane in the pecking order. Casemiro and Christian Eriksen's arrival has seen the Scotland international remain on the bench. Ole had faith in the pair. However, it remains to be seen whether they will consider joining Everton, who are currently struggling. I will be uploading daily Man United news show, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.